I don't understand people putting up grotesque or scary decorations or wearing scary costumes either. For people who have trauma, that's usually like incredibly upsetting or triggering, or if you're really sensitive. And then for cult torture survivors, it's so triggering of specific trauma that we've been through. Like so many decorations and costumes that are used in Halloween are things that come directly from cult torture. Like think of cut off limbs, um, cut off hands and fingers, and bloody hands and fingers, and eyeballs. Um, Cult frequently cuts up bodies after they kill someone, and victims are often forced to ingest that. And it is absolutely horrific to watch such murder and then be forced to ingest part of the murdered person. Spiders and insects and spider webs are frequently used for Halloween, and spiders and other insects are often dumped on us as cult torture survivors, or we're forced to ingest them. It's so triggering of trauma. A lot of people will wear black cloaks or black cloaks and masks where a lot of the face is hidden, and cults use that for formal rituals, for rape, for torture, for frightening, scary things. There are tombstones that are put out. Cult takes us to graveyards where they do torture or where they actually dig up like recently buried people, or they put us in coffins and lower us into the ground. So many decorations that are about murder or death are things that are directly from cult torture. It can be an incredibly triggering time for cult torture survivors, and many of us have a really hard time all through October, and some of us from September too, because the cult increased the torture and the mind control and increased really horrific, disgusting, gross things that they would do around Halloween. And that's what we see over and over. And even pumpkins, like it is used in a very different, grotesque way in cult torture. So many things are used. Even skeletons, like the cult will cut off the flesh of a murdered person, bring it down to the bones, and then they do things with the bones. And sometimes they try and animate the skeletons to scare the kids and tell us that we are going to be haunted forever by the person who was murdered. There's so much that can get triggered and so many mind control messages about that we are going to be killed or murdered, silenced, that we are not safe, that the cult is all powerful. Like so many things are tied into Halloween. It is a really high torture time and mind control time in cult torture, and it builds up from September all the way to the end of Halloween. And it is an incredibly hard time for a lot of us. And it's made harder by all the decorations used, the ones that are um, graphic or about murder or torture, or things that are used in murder or torture, including daggers, so many things. But so I'm always glad when I see the more innocent or sweet costumes, even though I'm still having such a hard time on Halloween. Like I like seeing fairies and I don't know, really sweet, cute outfits. And I try to have, if I have to go out, I try to have something that makes me feel stronger or connected to some kind of happiness. And I'm still fighting so much terror and fear and trauma around Halloween.